Hi everybody, it's Jay Lamb and Nick Pond. We're back at LeMons HQ. We have just returned from MSR Houston and the Gator-O-Rama.
Yeah, MSR Houston is one of our regular places. We've been going there for years. And the one thing about it is the weather always totally sucks. Either it's too cold, it's too hot, it's windy, or in the case of this time, it was totally butt pouring rain and cars spin off the track and it was butt terrible.
That was super butt terrible. However, we of course also had hella sweet, particularly my favorite, Team Tetanus Neon. They did the Ode to Jeff theme in honor of Jeff Glenn, our race guy up in the tower, and our overall operations manager. Jeff never gets enough credit, so put him on a car. Why not? That was hella sweet. You know what else I thought was hella sweet? That giant 500 SEC Mercedes-Benz. That was like a $400,000 car when it was new. That was hella sweet.
Every time I turned around, that thing was going and it was butt terrible.
No.
Also butt terrible, I'm sad to say, was the first ever electric car in LeMons. Now, this was a Datsun Roadster, Mercedes Sprinter batteries, electric motor out of a forklift, iPhone telemetry velcroed to the steering wheel. It was incredible. Only problem, top speed, 11 miles an hour.
Yeah, that was butt terrible.
And it was butt terrible.
That was butt terrible. To balance out that, hella sweet, a MR2 Toyota, nice mid-engine modern car. Just chop that whole thing apart, threw the body away, Simca 1000 sedan body on top. That was hella sweet.
And here are the winners, which we don't really care about.
So don't care. So the heroic fix for this was an Opel GT. This was the Unterpuffs. Now these guys, you should never bring an Opel GT because they're terrible cars. They didn't know how to work on it. I was terrible. They threw a piston. I was terrible. And then Phil talked him into like putting in a new piston. So they did. They figured that out. They got it up there. Heroic fix. Admittedly, they blew up like 10 minutes later and somebody smashed into them. But, you know, they tried.
The I Got Screwed award went to Team Apex Vinyl and their Toyota pickup. Now, this was originally a two-car team with the Toyota and some kind of Pontiac minivan. Pontiac blew up even before the race started. They never made it. The Toyota was running great, and it was going to totally win Class C going away until about 20 minutes from the end. They made a pit stop, and the thing wouldn't restart. Second place car passed them up like they were standing still, because they were, and that was that. They got screwed.
The Judge's Choice Award. This went to the Capri XR2 of Mostly Harmless Racing. These guys have graduated up from a Carmen Ghia, so that tells you what, where you got to go to make a Capri a step up. They did do a top 10 finish. They got one of their team drivers is in the chase for the championship, Anton Lovett again. So they helped them out. That was your Judge's Choice.
The organizer's choice? Well, it went to the electric Datsun, a Team Pulp Friction B. And, it was the first electric car in LeMons. We had to give it some kind of recognition, so organizer's choice. Now, the special award for this race was the Flock of Seagulls Award, which went to the most awesomely early 80s body kit we've ever seen. And this went to Rotson Racing and their Datsun 210ZX. Now, I've got the original ad for the kit right here, and it says, the ZX kit can turn your docile little street car into a sizzling super street charger. And that was totally going to happen, especially because these guys put a hot-rodded fuel-injected motor into it. It was all ready to go. One problem, they had no idea how to make the whole thing run. And it didn't. But it looked totally awesome in 80s just sitting there in the paddock, which it did for most of the weekend. So we gave it the Flock of Seagulls Award.
The IOE is the last and greatest award, though at this race we gave this to the Dodge Cornet of Green Cornet Racing. They had a big Coronet. They had really stiff springs. They took a lot of weight out. It was 10 feet in the air. It was slow. It wouldn't steer, but it kind of ran all weekend long. And, of course, they put a cornet on the hood as a hood ornament. So that's enough. IOE right there.
That does it for the Gator-O-Rama, so we'll leave you with LeMons in a nutshell.